Hi, I'm Tanya. As the Master Administrator, you are the local expert for the Church Community Builder system. Whether it be answering questions for a local admin or staff person, or helping a basic user find a place to serve, you are the go-to person. We will look at the software in 3 different sections to cover the overall architecture of how it functions, and also look at some of your responsibilities as the Master Admin. Let's get started. First up is the system settings. After you log in, you will notice a gear icon in the right-hand corner of your browser window. This is your system settings. This is the place where much of your site is set up. Click here and you will see the list of settings you have access to. Let's start with Help. Clicking this link will open the Help Desk landing page. Below you will see Church Leader Resources, Articles, Videos, and our premium services. From the article topics, we suggest you read through the Getting Started and Master Admin articles before you start setting up the software. The rest of the articles are great for learning how the software works and can be used for reference later on. Make sure your staff knows how to access these articles. Our premium services can also make implementing your software easier to use and navigate. Training is a how-to for using the software by providing personalized virtual or on-site training. Coaching is the best way to learn about the software and the strategy of how you will release your software to the congregation. It will even show the areas you can improve in for your church staff to better utilize the software. Next, let's import your information from the existing database or church management software through data migration. All these services can improve the efficiency and utilization of the software. On this page, you can also submit a support ticket or join the Master Admin Q&A. If you have general questions and would like a personal touch, please join our MA Q&A sessions. Click the link to find out more. A support ticket is an email to our support team asking for assistance or submitting your feature requests. We are a big fan of submitting a good ticket. We ask that you send a kind, clear, concise, and accurate assessment of the issue you're having. Providing the topic related to the issue is preferred in the subject line, which helps us route your ticket to the right people. Also, including specifics such as names, dates, and the steps you use that lead to what you are experiencing is greatly appreciated. Back in the system settings, the church contact info is where your congregation can go to ask for help from you. As a Master Admin, you can also see at a glance your support history for the last 60 days. If you are the only one listed in your support contact page, we highly recommend that you choose a support contact, since you and this person are the only ones who can submit a support ticket. Adding support contacts is done in the account settings. The account section is broken up under 3 tabs: Contracts and Invoices, Support and Billing Contacts, and Versions. Under Contracts and Invoices, you will find your contract with Church Community Builder and any premium services you have purchased with us. The Support and Billing Contacts tab allows you to add or remove support contacts. To add a support contact, the individual must first have a basic user profile added to the software. If you need to change the Master Admin or the billing contact, please submit a ticket to the customer support team. The Versions tab gives you a basic comparison of the different versions we offer. To benefit from our software to the fullest, we suggest the Deluxe version. The Get Help button will direct you to the same Help Desk landing page we looked at earlier. Church Community Builder was designed to delegate the workload. Admin privileges give you that ability. Start by entering the name in the text box. The individuals you add need to have a basic user profile already set up in the site. Once you select a person, their profile and a list of privileges will appear on the page. Clicking directly on a privilege will give you details on that privilege. Click and drag the desired privilege or privileges over to the campus box under the individual's profile. At the top are system-wide privileges that will give a person access to settings that cover all campuses. Check the boxes for all that apply. Click I'm finished at the bottom to complete adding your privileges. With the ability to assign specific privileges to a person, you won't have to give too much or too little to a staff person. See our article on admin privileges below this video for more details. We mentioned multi-campus churches in the previous segment. If you have the deluxe version and you have more than one site where your church meets, the master admin is the only person who can create additional campuses. Click on the Campuses link to get started. You will notice a disclaimer on the page explaining the ramifications and frequently asked questions when creating a campus. Make sure to read this disclaimer before clicking the link to create a new campus. On the right, you will notice at least one campus. Click this link and it will take you to the Campus Settings page. You will see 4 tabs to choose from that are important in setting up your site. Under the General tab, set up your church's contact information. Make sure to fill out the service times as these are necessary for creating volunteer schedules. The time zone also needs to be set as it is used for automated emails and event times. The next tab is Address, which is your church's address. This is the address used on contribution statements. For the Financial tab, you may want to connect with your financial admin to fill this portion out. Here you will have default messages for your financial statements, as well as the option to set up a two-way integration merchant provider for online giving at your church. To get started, please see the article link below on online giving and payment options. Lastly, if you have the deluxe version of the software, you will be able to set up your leadership roles for use in metrics. Don't forget to click Save when you are done. Next, customizable fields need setup before you begin using the system. First, you can decide what are the available choices in the system fields, like membership type, spiritual gifts, and area of town. The custom area lets you create a brand new field to use in either your people profiles or groups. One specific field to mention now is the attendance grouping. You will need to make sure and set this up as it is the key field for taking attendance in the system. See our articles on attendance for more information on this field. Next, make sure to fill in the settings in the General tab. Also, the privacy defaults determine the privacy levels for each user when they are added to the system. Make sure to set these as well before you begin using the system. These settings determine how much or how little a congregation member can see on another congregation member's profile. Finally, the Web Tools area gives you the power of sharing some of your data with the public. Areas like your public calendar, registration forms, small groups, and giving can all be accessed without having to log into the software. Simply copy the code of the data you want to share and either put it on your public website or even share it in emails and social media. The second area of the software's architecture is the user's profile. Next to the System Settings gear is where users will be able to access their profile. Make sure you emphasize to your churchgoers that if they want to be active on the site, to edit their profile and include their full name, their birth date, and a legitimate email address. Other areas they will want to adjust are their communication preferences and privacy settings if they do not want to be contacted or receive newsletters. Reassure your congregation that this information is secure and requires a username and password to gain access. The user's birth year will never be publicly disclosed, and only a select few will be able to have access to their profile besides themselves. Next to the profile are 4 icons you will use regularly. These are the search, notification bell, calendar, and report icons. The search icon will only be available on the pages where searching is available. Searches can vary from each tool, so click on this icon when it appears to see what you can search on. The notification bell will let you know if you have any task you need to perform. The calendar icon gives you access to your personal calendar and admin calendars. Knowing how each of these calendars work is important to how events work in our system. So please check out our calendar and events articles posted below. The report icon gives you access to all reports in the software. Our reports are broken up by topic, which allows you to navigate the specific report you need. We also provide videos and articles to help you understand how to use the reports. The home page in your site is the center of attention. The multiple tabs let your congregation get a lot of data quickly when they first log in. The Welcome tab can be customized in the campus settings we looked at previously. It is great for adding announcements or special links for a person to have quick access to a location. The Recent Activities tab gives you a list of activities in the groups you are a part of. The Messages tab lets you see all messages from all the groups you are a part of and even lets you search through them if needed. Finally, the Forms tab gives you quick access to the registration forms currently active on your site. The last area of the software we will cover is the navigation menu on the left. If you are seeing only icons and no names, you can click the 3 bars above to show the names. The home link lets you navigate back to the beginning as needed. One of the foundations of the software is groups. In fact, when you add an individual to the software, they will automatically go into the entire church group. Notice on the right, you have a list of groups. Start by clicking on the Groups menu item. You should see the entire church group and any other group that was back on the welcome page. These groups will be groups you are either a part of and/or are leading. Click on the entire church group. This group is your entire database, so when you add a family or an individual, they will be added to this group automatically. If your information was migrated from another system, you may see a large number of participants showing. The second foundational piece of data is people profiles. Click on the People link to add or find people. The People area will have a very similar format to groups. On the right, you will see an Add Person or Family button. Click on this button to start creating a new profile. If you would like to delegate this task, you can add the Create Profiles admin privilege to a trusted church staff member. Another great feature about the People page is the ability to create your own searches. Click on Other Search Options to start building a search. Keep in mind that having the ability to create a search is also privileged-based. The next section is the Serve icon. This is the main hub for all things volunteering at your church. Here, an individual is able to set their availability to serve, see their serving requests, positions they fill, and if they have any upcoming needs. The Give link is the main place for your congregation to see their recent gifts, print their contribution statements, view their pledges, and set up or work with their online giving, if you set up a two-way integration with a merchant provider. Metrics is available for our deluxe partners. These graphical reports allow you to create and monitor the stats that are most important to you as your church grows. Finally, the More menu is for admins and staff. While the system settings we worked through earlier were setting up the system, these menu items are the day-to-day use of the system by church staff. Each of these tools gives you quick access to that area where you can create forms, mail merges, needs, positions, rooms, and resources, and the list goes on. Make sure you click through each of these sections to see what each one offers. There you have it. This quick overview for a master administrator was meant to get you familiar with the 3 different areas where you can create, view, and apply these tools. As you dive deeper into the software, we encourage you to delegate your work by creating an implementation team and provide this team with the admin privileges referred to earlier in this video. Make sure to refer to the articles we mentioned below, and we also encourage you to work through the Getting Started section of the Help Desk. At Church Community Builder, we value our partnership with you and your church. Our prayer as you get started is that God would use these tools to help in the ministry at your church.